Hello, I hope you're doing well. You're very welcome back. My name is Sarah and I'm going to show you how to do this fluid art painting. We're starting with Van Dyke Brown here as our base, just mixed with water, and I'm spreading this out here with my palette knife. This is not something that I usually do. You normally see me moving it around with my hairdryer, and turns out that is actually what I still needed to do. The palette knife seemed much more difficult to use. So I brought out the hairdryer here to move the paint around to make it more even. Again, we're running it over the sides here as well, just making sure there's a thin, even layer covering the canvas. And we're covering the sides here as well, so some of the paint has dripped off the canvas and onto the table there, and I'm just picking that up with my palette knife and placing that on the sides, on the edges of the canvas as well. My inspiration for this painting, well, for this collection of paintings, but for this painting specifically, is star formation and galaxies. So that's kind of the angle that I'm taking here. And so we are starting with a blue color. So I'm popping blue in the middle there, and again, lots of layering here. Then I'm coming in with yellowish green on top of that. An odd kind of a color combination. For me anyways, it's kind of stepping out of my comfort zone here. And then I'm popping gold on top of that. Following that then with orange. Again, you see what I mean by it is an unusual color combination. And now I'm putting the blue the other side on top of the gold. I'm not layering the blue on top of the orange because they'll just muddy out and I do not want that color. So I'm just experimenting, seeing what's happening as usual. And I am putting that yellowish green there in between then the orange and the blue. And on top of the yellowish green, I'm throwing in some blue and now some orange on top of that as well. Coming in with gold then, and then yellowish green. Lots of layering, as usual. Orange then as well on top of that. And I'm just messing around here really. I thought, let's try adding just little bits of orange throughout and on top of the other colours. Now I'm adding a bit of blue. I'm just running the blue in a ring around the blue colour that I put down first, because I want a bit more dark contrast to be there with the brown base on the outside. And now I'm taking the palette knife and I'm just doing some little designs. Then we're running the base around there again, because when we blow out the paint, we want there to be enough paint there outside it to not have any resistance when we blow out. Now I'm taking the hairdryer and we're blowing in 4 directions. After that, we are spinning it on my spinny thing, just allowing the paint there to flow out. Again, that's why we've added the extra base there, because we want to create a space where the puddle that we poured can flow out evenly and look lovely, essentially. So I'm looking at it here after I've spun it once, and I'm not quite happy with it, so I spin it again. And then whilst I'm spinning it, I am watching to make sure that I haven't let too much paint run out. But normally that doesn't happen, only if you add on too much paint. So after spinning it the second time there, I am happy with it. I think it looks lovely, the color combination. And when this kind of happens and this works out, it inspires me to keep doing color combinations I wouldn't otherwise think of. And this is it whilst it's dry and varnished. Beautiful. Here's a little video. You can see it dried much darker, which it normally does. So that's it for this week's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next Friday. Bye!